everybody, Zachary from Zachary's Zoo Adventures. I am in Tucson, Arizona, and today I am visiting the Reid Park Zoo. This is an AZA accredited zoo. I've been wanting to come here for quite some time. It is one of the main locations I've been wanting to check out in Arizona. As you can see, I am now wearing my Zachary's Zoo Adventures hat again. I mentioned this before in my other videos, but just in case you don't know, I usually like to wear this hat at all the different places I go to. It protects my forehead from being burned from the sun. Even though it's not very sunny right now, it's kind of an overcast day right now, I still am going to wear this hat today because I really like this hat. So I'm going to go see if there's a map inside. Don't know if there's going to be paper maps or if there's going to be a regular stationary map, so we'll just have to see what happens. So right outside the zoo, we got the Pathway to Asia coming in 2026. Yeah, so it's a brand new area. It's going to be opening next year. So it also gives you a mini map of what they're going to have at the new Asia area. So over here we got quarters for conservation. Where basically just drop your quarter into here and it basically donates to the animals here that are endangered. So right at the front of the zoo, you got the Flamingo Grill. Does not look like it is open yet, but I'm probably not going to get anything to eat here. Alright, so this is the map of the Reid Park Zoo. So it does not look like a very big zoo, but still looks really nice. So I'm probably going to start off with these animals over here. Check out the flamingos and check out all the animals from South America. Then probably going to check out the African painted dogs afterwards. Be a flamingo. Got these really nice flamingo statues. Alright, first up we got Chilean flamingo. There we go. Looks like they got a worker in the habitat cleaning it up. It looks like the flamingos don't mind. Do you like the flamingos? Pretty in pink. Here gives you another side view of the flamingos. Very gorgeous birds. We got the South America loop. I got this nice gorgeous habitat first. Alright, we got Andean bear. Yes, from right over here you can actually see the bears right back there. Yeah, so the Andean bear is right back there. Yeah, so the Andean bear just got plenty of space for him. Got lots of flowers in his habitat. And also just got plenty of water for him to be in. Yeah, so I might try to check back here later and maybe see if he'll be out in the actual habitat. We'll just have to see what happens. So I'm gonna go in here and see if there's anything in here. At the Amazon River Basin, we're gonna see pacu and yellow spotted river turtle. And I can tell that's the pacu right there. Super cool. I see the turtle right there. Nice information here. Got the Central American rainforest. Yeah, this is a very wonderful area. The turtle does have some dry land for him to be on. And the pacu are those really big fish. It's really nice information here. The cloud forests. The Pantanal. How can I protect these habitats? So I'm going to follow the signs towards the Anteaters. Alright, we got Anteater. Alright, so over here you can see the Anteater. Taking a nap, looks like. Got that nice bushy tail. Some nice information over here. Yeah, so the anteater does have plenty of space for him. Also got some ducks in the habitat. Obviously the ducks are not part of the zoo. Those are just wild ducks. Got the forest trail. Yeah, so this is a free flight aviary. There's all the different birds we got in here. We got blue-crowned motmot, turquoise tanager, plush-crested jay, ruddy duck, sun-bittern, bowed-billed heron, saffron finch, troupial, silver-beaked tanager, and red-capped cardinal. Yeah, this is a free flight aviary, and I actually do see one bird outside of the aviary. I'm guessing that's a wild bird because it's not in the aviary. We got king vulture. That's nice. I do see the king vultures right in the back. It's a gorgeous bird. Also do see some of the other birds. Yeah, so some of the other birds all looks like they're in the habitat with the king vulture.
You got it.
Yeah, it looks like this is very nice. I'm guessing there's usually water in this habitat. It looks like they're getting it cleaned up. And these are the rest of the birds that are in here. We got ringed teal, sun-bittern, white-faced whistling duck, troupial, blue-crowned motmot, plush-crested jay, red-crested finch, bowed-billed heron, roseate spoonbill, and scarlet ibis. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I do see the scarlet ibis right up at the tree there. And I do see two of the bowed-billed herons up there. Both of them are right up in the treetop. And there's the blue-crowned motmot right there. And there's the spoonbill. So right over here I can see there's the troupial. It flew off. And I do see there's the sun-bitterns. So over here was the saffron finch, but apparently he flew away. And colors as defense. So one of the other birds just flew over here. Yeah, it's the blue-crowned motmot in these bushes here.
What's happening?
A giant egg. This is where you can get a photo opportunity. And here's one of the other ducks there. Yes, from outside the aviary you can see there's the blue-crowned motmot. And here we got black-necked swan, capybara, crested screamer, and common rhea. Here, so I can see the rhea right up close here. There's a second rhea right over there. Yeah, so apparently there's a worker in here that's getting the habitat cleaned up, or the water area cleaned up. Trying to find the capybara, but I don't really see it anywhere. And I see the black-necked swans. And there's the crested screamer in the back. Yeah, so I will check back here later. Hopefully the capybara will be out. Yes, I'm gonna follow the signs here. We got Galapagos tortoise. Oh, it's a nice habitat. But I do see some ducks in here. Look, see ducklings. Oh, that one has some ducklings. It's not seem like the tortoises are out yet, so I'll definitely check back here later during my rewalk. Got Baird's tapir. Yes, this is only part of the Baird's tapir habitat. I'm gonna see if I can find the tapir. And from over here, I can see there's a tapir. It's a cute animal. So most zoos I go to, it's usually the Baird's tapir or the Malayan tapir, which are the two species of tapir that I would usually see at zoos. However, about 2 years ago, when I was in Colorado, I actually saw the mountain tapir, which is the tapir that is all black. I believe I saw it at the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, was the zoo that I saw it at. And the tapir's also got some water to swim in. And a wonderful habitat. Yeah, so as I'm backtracking past the capybara, or the habitat that has a different bird, I can see the capybara's now out. We got common squirrel monkey. This is the habitat for the squirrel monkey. This is the indoor habitat for the squirrel monkeys. There's also a duck in there as well. See one right there. Also got a second one. One of them just came up close here. And so over here gives you an oversized view of the Baird's tapir. A really wonderful view of it from here. Also got a ducky in there. The duck is a wild bird, so this is not part of the zoo. So I'm guessing since the tapir is not using the water, I'm guessing the duck must be taking advantage of it since the tapir is not using it. So the tapir's now moving around. It's a nice looking animal. And protecting primate. Thumbs up. Monkey or ape. So I'll check back here later during my rewalk, and perhaps maybe the squirrel monkeys will be out. Even though I did see them inside, I am going to try and come back here later and see if the monkeys will be out in the actual habitat. We got Jaguar. Jaguar well-being. Oh, Jaguar looks like it's got a nice habitat. Where's Bella? So I guess the Jaguar's name is Bella. Alright, so it does not look like the Jaguar is out yet. So the zoo just opened, so it is still a little early, so I'll try to come back here later during my rewalk, and hopefully I'll see the Jaguar by then. And so over here gives you an oversized view of the king vulture. Really nice colors on its face. It's a nice bird. We got Lenny's two-toed sloth. Yeah, so this is the sloth's indoor habitat. I'm trying to find him. Okay, so I found the sloth. He's actually inside the little basket there sleeping. He is in there. You can kind of see him there. He's actually in there taking a nap. The sloth does have an outdoor habitat for him to be in, just in case he wants to come outside. So it is still a little early, so it's possible I may try to come back here later and see if the sloth will be outside. Just from up here, this is actually the upper view of that Amazon River Basin habitat. See, that's the tank that had all the pacu and the river turtle. It's wonderful. And it also takes me right back towards the flamingos. And kind of does give you another view of the flamingos. Another side view of the Chilean flamingos. Yeah, so they do have plenty of water for them to be in, but looks like most of them chose to stay up on land. Because usually flamingos don't spend all their time in the water because they do occasionally come up on land. I'm showing you the map again. This is actually the paper map that I got from the front. So I just finished the South America loops. Now I'm going to check out the African wild dog and probably head up the trail past these animals and then eventually make my way up towards Expedition Tanzania and check out all these animals here. Alright, we got African wild dog. And I do see the dogs. Like they're running around. Or pacing back and forth, it looks like. Oh, that is a gorgeous puppy dog. Now, anytime I usually see these type of dogs at the zoo, they always remind me of my dogs at home. So I do miss them a lot when I'm on the road. Got a third one back there. African wild dogs have tons of space for them. Even got some water for them to play in. They're very active today. Yeah, so we got 3 dogs in this habitat, and the third one's right back behind that tree, and looks like he just laid down. So right over here, we got another side view of the African wild dogs. I do love their habitat. They got some water for them to play in. Now, these animals are very cute. Yeah, this is just impressive. They got a waterfall in their habitat. Looks super nice. We got American alligator. This looks nice. Looks like he's in the water. The alligator is in the water. That is a cool animal. Yeah, this is just impressive. It's also another view of the African wild dogs. And they got all this water for them. I'm guessing this is for their water to drink, but I'm not sure if they go swimming in this water because they also do have all that shallower water that they can swim in on the other side. We got black and white ruffed lemur. We got one up in the tree there. Let's look at the second one climbing up.
Whoa, big jump. It got up so high. The net over time.
Got a wonderful habitat. Trees to climb in. Looks really nice. He's climbing around.
Well, they can actually climb all the way over to...
So I just realized they also have these tunnels for them to be in. They can come right over here. That's really nice. We got Aldabra tortoise. Oh, also see a second one back there. And they got plenty of space for them. We got this nice little alligator statue or sculpture here, I'm guessing. This over here is a side view of the alligator. You can kind of see it from there. Alright, I do see the goats. Really nice. Amazing climbers. These are called domestic goats. Got some more goats there. Yes, the goats have lots of space for them. But the looks of this habitat, it looks like this is where they used to have their elephants. Yeah, I can tell because of all the little things they have up, or by the looks of this habitat. This looks like where they used to have the elephants, but luckily the elephants were moved to a much larger habitat. So it's really cool since the elephants are not in this habitat and they were moved to a larger habitat. The goats now have all this space for them. It's really cool. We've got meerkat. Yeah, this is the habitat for the meerkats. Doesn't look like the meerkats are out just yet. So it is still a little early. The zoo just opened, so I'll definitely check back here later. And over here is a secondary habitat for the meerkats. They're actually in this habitat here. It's like there's 2 of them. Oh, never mind, there's more of them. So I see 4 of them in here. Yeah, these animals are very, very cute. Oh. Yeah, so he just went into the other well, the other one came in. Yeah, so they do have access to come into this other habitat if they want. And that one just climbed up onto the little recreation of a termite mound. Yeah, these animals are super adorable. We got Asian small-clawed otter. Wow, this is a very impressive habitat. I do see 2 otters. Got one on the water and one up on the edge of the water. Hi, otters! Yeah, these otters are super cute. Always enjoy the otters. Says look up. Yeah, so right up there is the nesting box for the American kestrels. There goes another side view of the goat habitat. Looks like that one's scratching an itch. Yeah, he's got an itch. Scratching up against that little tree bark there, that log. There we go, that's a cute animal. So in this habitat has East African crowned crane and southern white rhino. Alright, you see the rhino. Looks like he's scratching his horn up against that little log there, looks like. Very nice. Absolutely love the white rhinos. Yeah, so in the habitat that has the different animals along with the rhino, you can see there's actually some bunny rabbits. So those are wild rabbits, so they are not a part of the zoo. Rhino well-being. Yes, the white rhino has tons of space. Also gives you a other side view of the white rhino. It's a gorgeous animal. Also got a wild peacock with the rhino. It's the same male, I can tell because of its gorgeous feathers, and usually it's the females that are more dull and have more dull brown feathers, because luckily the males get to be all flashy for the females, because then the females are impressed with the males, and once the females are impressed, the male and female become mates. So in the habitat with the rhino, I do see some little type of gazelle. So I'm guessing that's maybe either a Speaks gazelle, maybe? Yeah, I think that's a Speaks gazelle. It wasn't listed, but it's in the habitat with the rhino. Also a second one right over there. There's this habitat, we're gonna see ostrich and Grizzly zebra. Alright, so we've got 3 zebras in here. And I do see another peacock in the habitat. And I see the ostrich back there. It's a female ostrich because of its dull brown feathers. It's kind of like with the peacocks, it's the males that have the black colored feathers, because then the females are impressed with the males and then they become mates. And I do love the habitat for the zebras and ostrich. Oh, they just turned their butts toward me. Sorry about the zebra butt viewing. Luckily I got a nice side view of them. Got some more wild ducks in the water. Got a leopard tortoise. His name is Spot. Yeah, so he's actually right there. Nice looking tortoise. And from over here, you also get another view of the zebras. Looks like this one's got an itch and he's scratched against the tree there. From over here, you get another view of the rhino and other animals. You can see there's the East African crowned cranes. Yeah, so there's 2 of them in the back. Glorious mud. Another video of the white rhino. That is such a cool animal. Got giraffe. So this is only part of the giraffe's habitat, or one of them. Got some more peacocks in here, looks like. And they also do have giraffe feeding here, but looks like they're not doing any feeding yet. Alright, so you do see the giraffes are in this habitat. It's like there's 3 of them. Huh, so the elephants are this way. Alright, so I'm heading down the trail here towards the elephants. It also gives you another side view of the white rhinoceros. The rhino's got tons of space for him. Looks like he's still scratching his horn against that log. I'm gonna look up. Got a nesting box for Lucy's warblers. That's the nesting box right there. Around, got Expedition Tanzania. Expedition Tanzania. Timbo. A key species. Do recommend you pause to read. Better to hear you with. Hope you can see it because the sign's a little bit sun bleached. Take a look, observe. We've got this really huge mister here to keep the elephants nice and cool during the hot summer months. I do like the elephant's habitat. I'm gonna see if I can find the elephant. Alright, I do see an elephant. That is a gorgeous animal. So these are my #1 favorite zoo animal to see at zoos. That is such a gorgeous animal. Identify elephants.
Yeah, it's been a whole learning curve for him. I've never seen him be this involved with any of the others. He usually keeps to himself, so you know.
So the one in the very back there is the male.
There's another elephant in the very back behind him. Or are you talking about the ones that are here?
I'm talking about the one that has his trunk reaching over the fence on the...
Yeah, that's the male.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Nandi is over there probably somewhere. Okay.
Got the one elephant there carrying a stick. Got the young one.
Yeah, Meru's a little over a year old, and then Penzi just turned 5 last month.
Oh.
Penzi to the right. And then this is our Anteater over here.
Yeah, so this habitat for the elephants is absolutely impressive. It's super beautiful. Even got some water for them to be in. Man, it is just beautiful. Absolutely impressive. And conservation takes teamwork. Ivory tusks. And protecting elephants in the wild. Another view of the elephant's habitat. Got plenty of water for them to be in and to drink from. I do enjoy the elephants. Yeah, so the Reid Park Zoo is AZA accredited. So yeah, because I think the habitat where I saw the domestic goats is the habitat the elephants used to be in, but luckily they got moved to a much more larger, more expanded habitat for them. Because I've heard there were a couple zoos in the US that actually have had to give up their elephants because they didn't have enough space for them, but luckily the elephants here have got tons of space for them. Because usually when a zoo has to give up their elephants, it usually is because either the elephant doesn't have enough space or they just don't have a huge amount of elephants. But this zoo looks like it has a good amount of elephants. Because elephants are social animals, which means they live in big herds. Except for the males, which usually travel in small groups of bachelor pads or just live on their own. It's usually the females that usually live together in herds. So yeah, the elephants at this zoo have plenty of space for them. Amazing adaptations. Trunks are great for wrestling. At the Elephant Care Center. which apparently is closed off at the moment, but I'm guessing this is the indoor view for the elephants. But I don't think I really need to go in here because luckily all the elephants are outside right now enjoying the very nice warm weather. Cash for conservation. This looks nice. Some elephant foot here. Yeah, I can tell this area looks very, very brand new. Looks like it just opened very recently, so yeah, this definitely looks like a brand new area. It's really, really nice. Buzz off. You got Grizzly crossing. Meet the brown bear. Hi, do you see the brown bear? It's like a very big bear.
Oh, okay. Let's go. This way.
Yes, over here is another view of the brown bear. See, she's pacing back and forth. Just went back inside. And the brown bear's got plenty of space. Got a little nice water stream here. It's nice. Built for survival. A bad rap. Reid Park Zoo to the rescue. Over here is an additional habitat for the brown bear. It's got all this water for her to swim in. I'm probably wondering what all these little dots are. You have these dots on the glass because it usually keeps the bird. Oh, I do see the bear. The brown bear just came into her other habitat. And so you have these black dots on the glass here so it keeps the birds from hitting the glass. I'm going back inside. Over here is another side viewing for the giraffes. Yeah, so the brown bear's got all this water for her to swim in. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. As I came down these stairs here, gives you more information about the bear. Did you know? Hibernation. What can we learn? So this is the lower viewing for the brown bear. Absolutely impressive habitat. As the brown bear's now coming back into this habitat, looks like she's going back and forth. Got those really giant claws. That is a very big bear. Going back into her other habitat. Yeah, she does have access to come into this habitat just in case she wants to. Oh, this is nice. I really like all these cactuses. Super nice. We'll follow the sign to the Conservation Learning Center. So I'm showing you the paper map again so you can see where I'm at. So I just did the brown bear, so I'm probably now going to head in this direction. Past the Pollinator garden towards the lion-tailed macaques, and I'm go inside this building here. Then after that, I'm gonna make my way past these animals, past the lions, and then after that, I will do my rewalk. Yes, over here is the Pollinator garden. It looks super nice, especially since it is springtime. It's definitely gonna look very, very beautiful during this time of year. Being safe. Yeah, this looks super beautiful. Looks really, really nice. Head towards the world of play. Don't know if there's any animals in that area, but we're just gonna have to see. So I got this really nice aviary. I'm gonna go inside here. Yeah, this is a very nice looking aviary. I do see there's some ibis in here. Guessing that's a wall drap ibis because I've seen it before at a couple other zoos. There's another one on the ground. Also do like all the little flowers they have in this aviary. Looks super beautiful because like I said, these flowers are going to look very, very beautiful during this time of year, especially since it is spring. Some more birds. Got some duckies. Another quack quack right over here. There's a cute duck. Got some more birds on this side. They look cute. We got a trumpeter hornbill. Alright, you see it right there? Despite all the fencing, you can still see the bird right there. Looks like a nice bird. I didn't see it, but there's a second trumpeter hornbill. Sorry about all the mesh, but there's a second hornbill inside a little house there. There's a lot of cute birds in here. Got some more ducks going for a walk. Yeah, I got some more really good looking flowers. Also very cute flowers. Got another wall trap ibis there. Got one wall trap ibis in the nest.
Those are southern bald ibis.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I was incorrect. These are not wall trap ibis. These are actually southern bald ibis. Some really more smaller and more cuter birds. Another southern bald ibis. Yes, these birds look a lot like the wall trap ibis. That's why I accidentally thought they were wall trap ibis, but they were actually southern bald ibis. Yeah, this is a very fantastic aviary. Also has benches to sit down just in case you get tired. We got blue and golden macaw. Alright, so unfortunately the blue and golden macaw is off habitat for some reason, so I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to show you this bird today. But that is what they look like right there, so I'm going to call this a no-go for today. Because what's really nice is that this bird habitat here has a little tunnel here that actually connects into the aviary I was just in. You can see one of the other birds there. It looks like that's some type of turco. Got lion-tailed macaque. So this is the macaque's habitat, but I don't see them anywhere. So hopefully I'll be able to see them during my rewalk later. I got the Conservation Learning Center. I'm gonna go inside here. So over here is another side view of the lion-tailed macaques. So I'll check back here later. Hopefully they'll be out during my rewalk. Information about the lion-tailed macaques. At the Ambassador Animal Adventure Zone. Alright, so whatever's in this habitat, it is off habitat at the moment. So I'm not going to be able to show you whatever's in. We got rainbow boa. That's the habitat for the boa. Now I'm going to see if I can find it. Alright, so I'm doing the best I can to find the boa. But it seems like it's hiding really, really well because I don't really see it anywhere. We got giant cave roach. I do see them. I got a couple of them here and I got some of them in the back. Got Amazon milk frog. Looks like a nice habitat. They're actually right up in the tree. There's actually two of them. Got a curly-haired tarantula. So I'm not really seeing the tarantula anywhere. So I'm trying to find it. Alright, so I looked everywhere and I do not see the tarantula anywhere, so it's definitely hiding somewhere really well. Got white tree frog. Oh, the frog is right up there. Got a crested gecko. This is nice. Don't see the gecko anywhere, so it's definitely blends in really well. Probably is blending in really, really well. Got axolotl. I'm looking for it. Well, actually, I do see something in there, but it does not look like it's the axolotl, but it's something in the back there, but it does not look like the axolotl, but I can't really tell what it is. Got Hinkle's leaf-tailed gecko. Yeah, do you see the gecko? Usually almost every time I see these types of geckos are usually clinging on the glass, kind of like what this one's doing right now. Got chuckwalla. It's right up on top here. Got a bearded dragon. information about them. There we go. And then we got a second one that's right on the rock here, chilling. Got green tree python, which tells you about them. This is sort of a rounded habitat. But you can see the snake is right up in the tree there. Got poison dart frogs. These are the different types of poison dart frogs we're going to see in here. Yeah, I do see all the golden poison dart frogs. And this other habitat here is actually separate from this one, but this one you can see there's the bumblebee poison dart frog. Super nice exhibit. And so over here is the world of play, and apparently it's actually just a little play area for the kids. So in here we're going to see ring-tailed lemur and blue diker. This looks like a gorgeous habitat. Do you see the ring-tailed lemur? These are probably the most well-known type of lemurs because luckily, thanks to the DreamWorks movie Madagascar, you'll probably recognize that this was King Julian, which is probably what the little kids call these animals. And there's a second one.
Come see the lemur, Mia.
And the lemur's got a wonderful habitat, places to climb on.
Whoa.
But I don't really see the blue diker anywhere. So the blue diker, I think, is a very small animal, so it might be hard to see him. So hopefully I'll see him during my rewalk. So over here's another side view of the lemur slash diker habitat. I actually do see the blue diker. He's actually hiding in the bushes there. Yeah, you can see the blue diker's right in there. He's hiding in the little bushes. You can see the other lemurs on this side as well. Looks like most of the lemurs are in the bushes here, it looks like. Another side view of the giraffes. And I actually said they're actually going to be doing renovation on this giraffe habitat, so that's why the giraffes are on that side, because I'm guessing that's their temporary habitat, and while this habitat for the giraffes gets renovated, the giraffes are going to be in that habitat till then. The African lion.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful habitat for them. Yeah, so I do see the lion right there.
Okay, well, we can walk then. Hold my hand.
Yeah, from over here you can see there's the lioness, or the female lion back there. Looks like she's having a cat nap. Then we get the male there sleeping. Sorry about the rear end view of the lion. So over here is another side view of the lions. Get a nice look at the male. So as I'm going back past the Asian small-clawed otters, they're actually doing a keeper talk. Got both of them there, looks like. Looks like they're getting a drink of water. Yeah, I can't really tell if they went in the water or not. The otter was just in the water. Oops, came out. Oops, going in the water. I was thinking about it. Oh, got one in the water. Yeah, one of them swimming in the water. Yeah, these animals are super cute. Got Bruce's green pigeon, Violacis turco. Hope I'm saying that right. Oh, this is nice. Actually, you see a stork in there that was not listed. Oh, I see the turco right up there. I don't really see the pigeon anywhere. Oh, I do see the pigeons. Oh, they're right up there. Hope you can see with all the fencing in the way, but they are up there. Also got a second Violosis turco up there.
So it's mainly just like a thoughtful situation.
Alright, so I'm back up near the front of the zoo as this completes my initial walk through. So I'm going to do a rewalk around the zoo and hopefully see the animals that were not out this morning. There weren't many animals I missed this morning, but there are a couple I do want to get a better view of. And I do remember there was the lion-tailed macaques that were not out, so hopefully I'll see those animals that were not out earlier today. So I'm going to do the rewalk real quick and see what I'll see. A closer look at the Chilean flamingos. They're very cool looking birds. Yeah, so I came back to the Andean bear and looks like he's now out in the habitat. Before he was in the back by the door, but looks like he's now out in the actual habitat. It's really nice. And so he's got a little toy there, something big there he's been thumping on. Yes, he's kind of banging on that little object there with his paw, because that's what all that thumping is you hear. And he's kind of playing around with that thing. And came back to see the pacu one more time. Oh, I do see the yellow-spotted river turtle swimming around. I'm back at the Anteater. Looks like he's now walking around. Just got a drink of water. Got that long snout and that really nice bushy tail. Back at this habitat here, it's like the black-necked swans are in the water. There's the crested screamer. Yeah, so I think before this whole area was empty, if I remember correctly. The worker was getting it all cleaned up. It looks like it's now all filled up with water. It's nice. Yeah, so the water inside the aviary is now all filled up. What's really cool is that the water from the aviary actually spills right through here, goes under the bridge, and actually leads into the water area in this habitat, which is really, really cool. Yeah, so it looks like the rhea was just getting some water. Yeah, so the rhea kind of look like the ostriches, because these birds are closely related to the ostrich, and they're also related to the emu, as well as the cassowary. Alright, so another animal that I did not see the first time was the Galapagos tortoise. And all I see is this little duck in there that is not part of the habitat. I still am not seeing the Galapagos tortoises anywhere. That is what they look like. I'm sure most of you have seen a Galapagos tortoise before, but just in case you haven't, that's what they look like. I'm back at the squirrel monkeys. Looks like the squirrel monkeys are out. There's actually 3 of them because I only saw 2 of them inside. There's 3 of them out here together. Alright, so the beard's tapirs now laying down. You'll also notice there's a second one in the back in the other habitat. So before there was only 1 tapir, but there's actually a second tapir in the other habitat, looks like. A handy nose. Almost forgot to show you this information the first time through. Alright, so another animal that was not out this morning was the jaguar. And I apparently still don't see the jaguar anywhere. Well, this is what they look like right here. So I'm going to say it's a no-go for today because I still don't see it. Looks like the king vulture moved. So I came back to the sloth habitat, hoping to see if it was going to be outside, but looks like it's still inside. Right there, do you see there's a wild bunny rabbit? This is not part of the zoo, so that's a wild bunny rabbit. So right over here is a little security camera they have inside the habitat. So you can actually see the sloth on screen there. So the sloth is in the same spot it was in this morning, but it's there. So I completely missed this habitat. I didn't realize that this was actually a secondary habitat for the anteater. But since the anteater isn't using it, it looks like these ducks are. So the flamingos just went back into the water now. Alright, so the alligators moved to a different spot. Before it was in that side of the habitat, now it's moved over there. You can kind of see it despite the little bits of reflection. It's like one of the Alligator tortoises moved a little. Looks like the second one's still in the same spot it was in before. And back at the domestic goats. You like the goats. Look, I'm hearing bleeding, or not sure how you pronounce it. And came back, I see one of the adorable meerkats up at the glass. Super cute animals. Yeah, as you can see, they're doing some work on this habitat for the giraffes. Yeah, so looks like the giraffes are in their temporary habitat. So I'm guessing while they're doing construction on this habitat for the giraffes are going to be in that habitat until this habitat for them is complete. Leopard tortoise is up close here. Back at the white rhino, laying down the shade here. That's a nice looking animal. You see that East African crowned cranes.
Next year we're gonna
See the giraffe here. Looks like he's eating a stick here, or a little twig here, I guess. Let's come over here. We got a much nicer view of the East African crowned cranes. Of course, I had to come back to see the elephants one more time. You can see there's the baby right there. There's the other elephant there. It's eating some hay. There's the other two elephants back there. Super nice. Absolutely enjoy the elephants. I came back to see the brown bear one more time. Looks like she's still going back and forth. Yes, I'm guessing there's a back door that leads into its other habitat. Some information that I missed earlier. Very important info here. Food and odors attract bears. This tells you how bears communicate. Over here is a reproduction of a little cooler here. This is a bear-proof cooler. Because you're the type of coolers that will keep your food safe from bears. And one last look at the giraffes. Yeah, because that's the area I was at earlier that gave you the lower view of the brown bears. Then I came on this trail and then went in this direction here. I'm back at the lion-tailed macaque. Apparently I still don't see the macaques anywhere. So it looks like the macaques are going to be a no-go for today. So this is what they look like. So this unfortunately going to be a no-go for today because I just don't see it anywhere. Got Antarctica. So I missed this area here, so I'm probably going to go inside here. The penguin dive. Yeah, so this area is kind of for the little kids, but the adults can also come in here too. Hopefully it's very air conditioned in here. The penguin march. This is nice. Yeah, so I came back to the ring-tailed lemur and blue diker habitat. The blue dikers move now. Now laying down right there. There's one of the other ring-tailed lemurs. Yeah, so I came back to the lions, hoping if I could see them moving around, but now I don't see them anymore. So I'm gonna try and find them. So on this side here, I can see the lions have moved. You can see there is the male. And the female's now back there. Yeah, you can see the female lion. And of course, I have to come back to see the otters one more time. They are super cute. I got to see them play in the water earlier. And came back to this habitat here just so I can get a nicer view of the birds. See, there's the Bruce's green pigeons now swimming or flying around. They're really flying all over the place. Yeah, so these two storks were not listed. So, in case you know what kind of storks these are, I do recommend you leave a timestamp comment down below. Or you just type in the time of the video, and that way I'll know what kind of storks these are. I could be wrong, but I think these might be Abdem stork. Or maybe a storm stork, but like I said, just in case I'm wrong, I do recommend you leave a timestamp below. Over here you see another wild bunny rabbit. Really cute. Oh, he's super cute. I think that's the second wild bunny rabbit I've seen at the zoo today. Alright everybody, that's going to complete my visit to the Reid Park Zoo in Tucson, Arizona. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a very fun zoo. I loved it a lot. For a smaller footprint zoo, it is very, very fantastic. Did love the layout. I don't believe I saw every single animal, but I pretty much saw everything besides the lion-tailed macaques, which were one of the main animals that were not out. I also did not see the jaguar, but can't do anything about it. It is the animal's choice whether they want to be outside or inside. So this was a super fun zoo. I loved every minute of it. Leave some comments down below of what was your favorite animal that I saw today. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I go to zoos and aquariums all around the United States. I do my best to visit a new state every year. If this is the kind of stuff that you enjoy, then check out my channel. I actually just recently gained 900 subscribers, so I do recommend if you are interested in zoos and aquariums like I am, do click the little icon that'll take you right to my channel. I upload new videos every Saturday at 8 AM Central Standard Time. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again next time. Bye.